Before investing in XCN, this needs to happen for me. And I know some people are already angry just about me saying it because for them it's buy and hold forever, diamond hands. I know. But it's only because people in crypto they don't want conditions. They just want certainty, as if that exists. They want conviction, right? Tell me 120%, right? This kind of mentality. They want someone to tell them this is the one, right? But that's not how it operates, right? We need to stop with the foolishness. See, the problem with XCN right now isn't that it can't go higher because anything has randomness to it. I will show you exactly what I'm talking about in a second, okay? But almost anything can go higher, right? For a certain period of time. The real question is, does this chart actually offer an edge right now, the price action? Or are people emotionally attached to the narrative, the payment narratives and all that, okay? And those are two very different things. Look, I learned over the years, okay, that, and especially after publicly posting, both my winners and losses, um, is that a good investment doesn't start usually with excitement. One of my mentors used to tell me that good trading is boring, or good investing is boring. Bad investing is exciting. If it makes your hair in the back of the head curl, that's a bad sign that it's not good at trading and investment. Right. By the end of this video, we're going to understand what I'm talking about, why, there's a problem, and what do I need to see, all right, before investing in XCN. This is the chart. Whatever you want to say about charting, I know a lot of you are like, woohoo, whatever, right? Charting doesn't represent all of you, don't know anything. Go chat with an AI, ask them what charting and price action is. It will tell you exactly. It's a visual representation of data, what's happening right now with the price, right? It doesn't need to predict anything. It's just showing what is happening with XCN. And you can see with XCN that it's just going down and down and down, right? Now, for some people, they're going to tell me, Jomo, this is actually bullish because if this was good in these prices, then in these prices is really, really good. Right? I'm going to address this in just a second, right? The reality for me is that this was the good place you want to be in XN. If you missed it, probably it. Look how fast it moved, all right? Look how fast this moved over here. In just, 2 weeks, let's measure this, all right? In just actually 10 days, it moved only almost 20x, like 18x, right? This tells me that this move was predominantly retail led, news related, narrative related pump. That is it, nothing more and nothing less. This was not something that had a trend, nothing that had real story. It was just pure narrative over here. But right, that's what it's showing me. What do I need to see in order for this to be invalidated? Because this video is not about how maybe XCN is already you know, not a good investment or trading vehicle at all. The others I think that are better, but what do I need to see in order for this to be, an investment? And I need to see mainly two things, all right? One, I want to see price remain in these levels for some times. Let's call it this rectangle over here, all right? I don't want to see a breakdown, all right, below these prices and then the continuation. This if this happens, if we break down below these prices over here, below this rectangle, that's not what I want to see, okay? So I want prices to remain in this rectangle for as long as possibly can, for a few months, maybe up to a year maximum. And then the second thing I want to happen is a breakout, a clean breakout from this rectangle, boom, like this. And then this is what I call a stage one breakout. For me, this is how I call it. You can call it a neglect breakout or accumulation breakout, doesn't really matter. As long as it's the same, the piece of information is what I'm trying to convey, is that we want the price to quiet down, build a structure within a rectangle, within a base area, which has a support, within a supported area, and then break out of that area to a renewed move. Okay, because right now The only things that we see in the chart is just erratic price action, right? This is all we see. We can see that it pumps and gets sold. It pumps again, gets sold. Pumps, gets sold. Pumps, get sold. Pumps, get sold. And the pumps are just few days pumps. That is it, right? So I don't like being the barrier of hard truths, all right? Because I'm not a clairvoyant. Anything can happen in the market. I don't know the future. And I know that a lot of people can be angry with me when I tell them what I need to see for something to be an investment or a trade for me, right? And these are the things that I need. I need XCN to show me an accumulation of price. I need to show a support in that price range, and I needed to show a clean breakout with a sustained trend also afterwards, because that's the big differentiator. If we do take a breakout and then just fails back down miserably like it's doing, in the past few months, where it just has like a few days pump, which is probably like short covering pumps or whatever, insiders, I don't know, right? There's no trend, right? So if you are in this, if you're in love with this, you know, you need to revisit your thought process, your plan. What is it you're trying to achieve with this? Because if you're trying to achieve wealth, maybe, you're thinking about this wrong, because right now XCN seems like it either needs a lot of work, or it's just like the 99.9% of all altcoins, which are just have issues with gravity and are just going to fail into irrelevance, because that is what happens to most coins in crypto, unfortunately. Whether it happens to XCN or not in the future is yet to be determined. I won't determine it, but I know one thing. I'm going to trade and invest by criterias, by real tactics and real strategies, and I won't leave it to guesswork and for, clairvoyant speculation of what will happen in the future. No, I will use statistics, I will use probability in my advantage. If you want to do the same, you're more than welcome to check my website in the description below. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to this channel. 70% of the viewers that watch for a lot are not subscribed. Help me push the algorithm. Let's get it straight to the people. Until next time, no edge, no trade. Cheers.